Hey Gemini, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if this video resonates with you. Okay, let's get started. Gems, we have the thread, the empty room, the dead end, the womb, and the prayer. Whew, gems. I feel like there is an idea here of, I want to say, thinking that you were creating a safe environment only to discover that you were, kind of like reaching a dead end. Or it could be that you were in a safe environment and, like you were growing and you were developing, and then you capped out and you were no longer able to continue in that growth and development. You started to just, I want to say, like where the doors had been opening for you, now they just keep closing, and really having to pull away and understand that. Because I want to say there's an idea here of like, if my environment has capped out, does that mean that I have capped out too? Right? It's kind of like the question that I feel like is ruminating in your energy. Then you have the prayer and the thread, and I feel like there's an idea here, Gems, that there's something that you want, something that you feel connected to, that you strive for. The prayer is the idea of prayer, but then also manifestation, right? It's that, like, this is what I want, and so I speak on it, I exist in it, I work toward it, and whatever it is that you are wanting is something that I think you feel very connected to. Okay, Jens. Hope y'all are doing well. Okay, let's go up for you guys. Your energy feels very still right now. And I want to say part of that stillness is this understanding of where there was lack, right? Like if something is ending, if something has capped out, if you can no longer grow and develop in a situation, then you have to really start like assessing the situation. Where is the problem? Where is the hole? And how is it that I can fix that issue, or I can move beyond that issue so that I'm able to go into that next arena of life. And then you have the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. And I want to say, Gems, that you're getting an offer. The King of Pentacles is usually very, like a very sound financial offer. The Queen of Cups is, one of love, romance and passion. And so I feel like, Gems, it could be that you're just kind of like, when it rains, it pours, the bad, but when it rains, it pours the good too, right? And I kind of feel like there's an idea here, Gems, that you guys have been in this situation where you've capped out, like in an environment where it's like, okay, you could grow, you could develop it. Like eventually you have to exit the womb, right? And I kind of want to say that there's an idea here that you're exiting this once safe environment to really move towards something that you're very passionate about. I don't know if it's an opportunity that's coming, like a job, an investment, um, how that would play out for you, as an individual. But it feels like there are positive things on your horizon. Is just what I want to say. Like, breathe. The world again. Yeah, Gems, it's just a lot of ending, a lot of like a completion of a cycle. The world. This is that song, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." I feel like that's just kind of your like an anthem for you right now. Throwing it back old school. But I feel like there's an idea of like you were holding on to an idea of like a new beginning. This could read two ways. Okay, so way one, you were holding on to the idea of a new beginning. and you were having a really difficult time letting it go. But that new beginning was something that was limiting you and what your options and your possibilities were. And if you were just willing to release this, like that was supposed to be my new beginning, and allow for that transition to occur, then I think that you will find that what it is that you were daydreaming about missing out on wasn't as solid as what it is that you have coming to you. Okay, that's way one. Way two. You're having a really difficult time letting go of what it is that's ending. And if you'll let go of what's ending, this new beginning is waiting for you. Gems, I feel like you could be on either side of the story. So obviously take it how it resonates, take what resonates and leave the rest. But for some of you, it could be that there is a new beginning that you have like your sights set on that you want to go toward, because it's where I think you feel like that abundance is. It's just kind of like that, like you feel like the doors have closed around you and you see something and you're like, that's where my abundance is. Um, but again, there's just this element of confusion and longing that you're just kind of like, I feel like there's not as much action as there is just this like rumination. Like I feel like you guys are just like sitting in this end and trying to like, I want to say like uncover, is there anything that I can keep from this? And I want to say discovering that there's not a lot for you to take with you. It's not to say that anything that you've experienced has been without reason. It's just to say that that reason has come to an end, and now it's time to go to the next thing. And what that next thing entails, I think, also requires a level of releasing any of the things that you were holding on to from the past. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Again, Gems, I feel like it's just like you've had this like ring of bad luck, and things are changing for you, right? The energy is there for this positive change. Um, that will, I want to say, bring a great deal of balance. I mean, you've been working on yourself, Gems. You've been trying to, like keep it together, I want to say, and like not lose sight of you in the midst of everything. And and I think that there's an offer. I mean, the Page of Cups is usually somebody who's not very committed, and has a hard time, but is very idealistic. Um, but you have that with the King of Swords here. And so I feel like maybe there's an idea of like somebody who's coming to you with an offer, or you're going to somebody with an offer, that might seem kind of casual. But I feel like this casual offer turns the tables in your favor, for that new beginning that comes with a lot of positivity, Gems. I mean, I don't know what else to, I don't want to be like, everything's about to change and your life's gonna, but I do feel like there is an idea here, Gems, of like once you're able to really let go of like the security that you created for yourself became your jail, right? Because if you're not growing, then you feel confined, especially, again, because you guys are so, like you're brilliant minds, you're constantly thinking, and you're constantly exploring new avenues and new ways of doing things. And if you feel like you're in an environment where you can't explore that newness, freely, then you have to kind of like let go of the old and step into the new. And I know that's not like, it's so easy to say it, and like doing it is something that's entirely different altogether. And yet I feel like you're at a place where you really, I want to say, like, you don't really have much of a choice. The High Priestess. I mean, the High Priestess is that psychic knowing, just like that deeper understanding, that intuitive energy. And I really do feel like, Gems, there is an idea here of you. I want to say, just like there, it's one thing to know something, right? It's one thing to like know something, to say something, right? Like it's easy for me to like stand here and say to you, oh, everything's gonna get better, and you just have to like let go of the old things and like, and it sounds very casual. And I guess I just want to say, like, I understand that this isn't casual for you. I understand that when you are isolated, when you are alone, when you are sorting through the end, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, and it's not casual. And yet it allows you to have the opportunity to really, I want to say, understand yourself outside of the context of everything else that's going on around you. And once you are able to like reconnect, I feel like that's when you're going to be able to really experience this shift. And a lot of that I want to say is just at like receptivity, because if you are not receptive to change, if you are not receptive to the idea that things can turn in a positive direction for you, then you will shut those opportunities out. And so I guess I just want to say, like be mindful of not shutting the door on the opportunity that does present itself to you because you're too busy holding on to what was. The siren. I mean, so no sooner do I say that than the siren. Okay, I mean, the siren is the idea that like you literally have to go to the call of the siren. The only way to avoid the call of the siren is to tie your hands to the mast of the ship. And so I feel like, Gems, whatever it is that comes your way, is something that I think really there's an active impulsivity that is aligned with this energy of just like, I have to go for this. I have to do this. I don't like I'm going to say this, but I want to close it. Like, I don't have anything left to lose. I don't think that this is strictly and there's nothing left to lose energy. Um, and yet I feel like there's this, like, because there's nothing else to lose, there's no hesitation in going for what it is that you really want, right? I mean, like, you can talk yourself out of opportunity left and right if you are comfortable in your circumstances and your situation, and so you don't have to evolve beyond that. But when you are no longer free to just chill in like the comfort of not having to grow, I think it serves as that, almost that, like, well then fuck it, like, I'm gonna, like, if that's what I really want to do, if that's who I really want to be with, if that's what I really want to pursue, if that's really where I want to live, like, what, however that plays out for you, then I feel like you're going for it. And the fact that the prayer and the thread are here as well, I mean, I feel like, yes, this might seem like an impulsive decision that you're making, but I get the feeling that it's impulsive implies the idea that there's no foundation behind it. And I want to say that, like, there are times when we can act impulsively, and understand that the reason that we are moved to that impulsiveness is because it's something that we are very connected to. And that's what I want to say about that, because I feel like that's like this is a I feel like there's just a lot of change, and I don't want to say like this is the big thing and this is going to change your life, but whatever it is, I want to say, like, trust it, go with it. Don't be afraid of like the emotions that come along with it. Um, I don't get the feeling that you are, but like, also, if you're having a hard time letting go of something else, like, there might be this point of like, I don't know, contention, and like the battle of the duality of your brain. Okay, Gems. Well, I hope this resonates with you all. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you're interested in booking a personal read, please click the link in the description box below. If this is where we part ways, thanks again for hanging out, and please give me a like, share, and subscribe. I hope to see y'all again soon. Bye.